But okay, Tengu fighter this early on is a wee bit scary, don't get me wrong. Turns out D11, very frightening, much like we expected it to be. Who could have possibly... Gosh, okay. Red ugly thing. You are not vulnerable to ice. Dang, I was hoping. But, Ice Beast, Ice Beast, Ice Beast. Always calling those three. In advance here, I want to put on my resist corrosion ring. Oh my gosh, that hurts so much. Okay, Ice Beasts, save me. Oh gosh, I'm not safe. Okay, worked out though. This Acid Dragon, on the other hand, is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah, happy to lose those. Or lose the wall there, the frozen ramparts, and okie dokie. Kind of working making it through D11 here. I don't know if it's worth it. I was just hoping to run into Lair right away. Then we could just head down there. But I'm guessing Lair is up on D10. Going from a bit of an anecdotal perspective, I do seem to find Lair on like 8-9 much more often, so I'm guessing it's more likely to show up at the higher levels that it's possible to appear in. So it's important. Could check this upstairs with the question mark. Oh, did I have an unexplored? Or is that what I just ended up going up? Oh no, right there. Let's do it. Hopefully, it doesn't come up too close still, Roka. Wow, Calvin, how did you know? You're an absolute genius. Because Lair stairs. And also, this made me think, like, I was going to make a joke about you using the seed, but would you look at that? I completely forgot to throw up the seed this time around. Let's do a quick dump here, because I even had it all set up to do so earlier, and take a weird little break here to copy that text. Go over here. Oh, that's not the right. Go into here. I think this is where that looks right. Perfect. I think that should be showing up right. There we go. Silly me. I really want to have those up in the earlier episodes so that people can try it out on their own. Whoops, my bad. But anyway, back to the game at hand here. Checked out the unexplored stairs, as it were, and happened to lead right to Lair here, which is pretty incredible. Elroka is right there, but as long as we keep that in mind, we should be fine. The only concern for me is that we are close enough here that sound will travel if we have to carry monsters up with us. Elroka might come to investigate, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there, and it should be all fine and dandy. Ooh, look at that. Even get a scarf right as we get into Lair here. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Scarf of Shadows actually is kind of nice. With our limited motion abilities, can be pretty handy to have a bit less distance stuff to cross in order to kill something. I guess we also get a few less turns to cast, but we don't have any real ranged blasting ability at this point anyway, so not too bad. Just take it there, and hydras. Normally, one of the big bads, the big scary parts of Lair here, but fortunately, we do have ice damage. So we can slow this buddy, and in fact, that was a really stupid way to go about that fight. I promise I'll do better in the future here. But just our ice beasts can pretty much take on any of those hydras. So in the future, and what I have done in the past, but just kind of forgot about in my hubris here, is to send in the army of ice beasts. They'll slow it in advance of it hitting next to us. Should never let the hydra get next to us at all. Especially since Calvin also pointed out to be careful of our sword, because with our riposte action, we might accidentally start chopping off hydra heads left and right. So definitely, for many, many reasons, let's not get into close combat, close quarters combat, there we go, with hydras, if we can. And cane toads are similar too. Pretty much everything is going to be pretty frightening in terms of damage output down here. And fortunately, we're also kind of included in that group. We can kill most of these monsters exceptionally quickly as well. And at least, I should say, slow them down in the process, make it a little bit easier on our end. Yeah, do you know what? Let's ramparts, and I'm also going to give myself some ice armor here. Should give us enough AC to survive what couple frogs make it through our army. In fact, it seems to be doing quite well. We'll bring in a third ice beast again. We can only have 3 ice beasts up concurrently at any time, but we can keep the stack rotating, especially as any get low health. We can always try and replace them as it goes. Perfect, and this is a much better fight. We want to be able to have all of our ice beasts hitting the enemy, frozen ramparts hitting the enemy, and then we can start swinging our sword as well, and we'll have pretty ridiculous damage output. Not too bad. Don't have to bother with the whole shebang for some of those weaker enemies, especially since a lot of the whole shebang makes a whole lot of noise. Oh me, oh my. Classic example of what we don't want to run into as an ice elementalist here is Fenar the Cold-Hearted. Basically ourselves, except better. Much better than we are at this point in the game here. Bolt of Cold, Zukuba's Refrigeration, and we're not going to be able to deal a lot of damage to this buddy either. And they have 80 health. So that's going to be quite the... Yeah, Icy Showdown, as Brain put it. It's going to be quite the Icy Showdown sometime in the future here. But I don't know if I'm quite ready to run into that fight face first. Taking a look at our inventory options here, and if there's anything that changes my mind on that right off the bat here. We do have a decent amount of ice resistance on our end of things for sure. We can get 2 pips going, as well as increasing the power of our spells. Actually, we can maybe get 2 pips going. What happens if we take off this Ring of Wizardry? Yeah, things do get quite a bit worse. What if we put on this Ring of Ice? That's pretty solid. Oh, this is... I'm testing these out, but I'm in no way mind dedicated to taking this fight right now, and in fact, very likely not at all interested in taking this fight right now, but kind of curious what the chances of success would be. Could net the buddy for sure. Hope that they waste a few turns, because fortunately, low AC here. We do have, again, awesome damage output, even with a bit of ice resistance. I believe they have a robe of cold resistance on. Could still potentially fight our way through this one with our ridiculous stats. Absolutely absurd stat line. You know what, I'm gonna do it. Oh, actually, which fight do I want to take? Elroka can banish us. Not the fight I want to take stupidly. This fight I kind of want to take stupidly, just to do one. Gonna be doing it, going in kind of fully knowing how stupid we're being, which gives us the slight advantage of being willing to run away the moment things start going south. And we can always throw in some of our abilities if need be, because fortunately we do have one source of pretty solid damage that's not elemental based, or elementally based, cold based. I don't know, I guess all of the above, and that is Slouch here, so could come in handy. But ice beasts are going to start off the fight here, because fortunately my AI, I guess it's not really AI if it's me, or that has horrifying implications on my end of things. But summoning up all your ice beasts in one go, I was hoping would give us a nice solid start to this fight here, but not looking like a whole lot of progress is being made. Unfortunately, the Slouch ability will deal damage to our own ice beasts as well, so that's not necessarily a be-all, end-all solution. Dang it. And it looks like Fanar's Ice Beasts are stronger than my Ice Beasts. Yes, God. Okay, what else? I guess if I'm involved, things could go better. Do you want Fanar's Ice Resistance, but still will take a bit of damage, so I'm gonna throw on the Icy Ramparts here. And so I'm just attacking the Ice Beast here, trying to assist my Ice Beasts in keeping ahead in the fight. And there we go. Fanar's finally made the foolish decision to stand next to me. I'm hoping will turn out to be a foolish decision. Again, ready to blink away or start using teleport at any moment here. But it's looking okay at this point. We're kind of through the most uncertain part of the fight. And there we go. There can only be one Ice Elementalist in this dungeon. And it's not Fanar. So, heck yeah, bud. +1 rogue cold resistance. In fact, none of this stuff is that interesting, but the pride we feel from besting our twin there is its own reward. And so, that's Lair 1. No easy breaks on this character so far, or at least borderline scary situations left and right here, but we're managing to slowly but surely eke our way through. Very nice. Thanks, Brain. Pretty lucky as well. Even though I didn't feel too scared throughout that encounter, fortunately. Also, remember to switch out my rings this time so I don't get fire bolted out of existence. Running around with any kind of elemental vulnerability is a bad idea when you're as forgetful as me, because I will definitely die in one turn to something. And would never forgive myself. But what else can we do here? We're gonna quickly throw away some of the crap that we've been lugging around over the past little bit. Oh, I could have gone to 3rd pip of cold resistance with this armor. Thematically might have been fun, but it's all good. Made it through in one piece. Let's read another identify scroll now that we're starting to ramp up numbers there again, which isn't exactly accurate because we've gained 1 since we last did so. Not exactly ramp up, but we identify scrolls of fear, which is another pretty solid panic button, especially when, again, with Che, we're not exactly able to run away ourselves, so if we can make the enemy run away from us, that's essentially the same thing. And hand crossbow always is slightly tempting to me. I think I mentioned this in my Minotaur run that I had one run that really got a really solid hand crossbow and used it throughout the run, and now it just makes me want to always pick them up. But they're not just good across the board, objectively good in all situations, I guess. That's what I'm going for there. And instead is a bit more situational, especially when, again, we have a whole lot of skills that we're going to be pouring experience points into as a caster that we don't want to throw any more on the list if we can help it. Okay, and Nethack. Hopefully not a pack. Hopefully just one of them there, because that's a wee bit frightening for sure. In fact, I'm going to start running this way. Ooh. Basilisks are a funny enemy because not too scared of the petrify ability when we can summon enough ice beasts to hopefully take care of the problem for us. Much like having our orc allies, summons are always pretty handy just for, oh geez, hello frog. Where was my brain going with that? I was just talking about something, then I got overwhelmed when the Komodo dragons and toads popped out of every nook and cranny available. You guys keep sending in my summons, all that matters here. I know it wasn't talking about how they block for us. It wasn't talking about just their general damage output. Oh gosh, brain. Here I, again, made bold claims of having my brain together and being more mentally cohesive today. Ooh. Jeez Louise, that Komodo dragon definitely meant business. Had no problem dispatching through all those ice beasts, even with a slow effect on them. But there we go. The Rampart Ice Beast combo proved to be too much. Oh, we heard trumpeting. Death yaks and elephants, hey? Okay, we have to be a wee bit careful. Running away is its own kind of puzzle game for us here. Yep, this elephant made it past. You know what? I'm happy to fight, actually. In a controlled scenario like this. There's the Death Yak. And there we go. Now we can just directly swap places with our Ice Beast. Oops. Occasionally get random alt tabs out of the program there. It makes me panic for a split moment, but let's take a step back. Take 2 steps back. Put Ice Ramparts back up, and that will help our Ice Beasts in their combat here. Beautiful. Oh gosh. Oh, I cast the wrong spell. Oh, that's embarrassing. Covered my body with an icy film of ice armor instead of frozen ramparts. Yay! Oh, holy crap. That's a crazy frozen ramparts effect area. That's kind of fun. But I'm going to take this one elephant upstairs. Sick. We're going to fight that, and I do not want to fight a pack of death yaks in the center of a room like that. So let us temporarily exclude that stairway there, and we shall find another way down for the time being. Where does this bring us? Okay, that's not too shabby. Okay, apparently we're also going to be running into other enemies, but here's a good example. We're petrified, but no problem whatsoever, and in fact our Ice Beast managed to take out the Basilisk before the petrification even fully took effect, so it's a pretty solid example there. Oh, summoned a 4th Ice Beast, which means somebody's going to unsummon. I'm hoping... I was going to say I hope it's the petrified one, and then a bunch of them started becoming petrified. Just keep sending in the Ice Beast army. Come on. Apparently... Oh, they're not hitting the Mamba. All they needed to do was get one hit to slow down that snake, but pretty unfortunately lucky. That's not how. That doesn't mean anything. That's a weird kind of counter idiom thing. Oh gosh, brain. We're struggling. Wow, that Blink Frog also is absolutely destroying me, which I did not expect. I was tabbing through that, having no cares in the world, but should have probably had our Ozakubu's armor. Fortunately, I'm not punished for that, so in usual fashion, as long as we don't make too many mistakes, it's not a problem. And should be running into those Death Yaks anytime now, and in fact, I hate that we have not. 8-headed Hydra? Cool. Cool. Crap. Actually, how did you step up and hit me? Interesting. Must have gone a very fortunate double energy, this Hydra, which is very unlucky for us. 8 heads, kind of scary, and in fact, 18 damage per hit. I mean, definitely lethal. Can I bring my AC up enough? Is my first question there with Ozaku's armor. Because high AC does a number against Hydras here, or defensively at the very least. I guess does a number kind of implies that we're dealing some damage to them. So that is pretty handy. Anytime we get attacked, there's a chance we riposte and add a head to this bad boy, which is not great. They're slowed, but I'm thinking I'm still slower if I walk away from this, or try to step away. So one last kind of peek through all of our options here. Could even try and polymorph it. Crazy low odds of working, but still could happen. Also remembered not to right click to cancel that time. Heck yeah, slowly learning. Scroll of Fear might do it, but I think they'd have a chance of resisting through it. It's definitely a bit of a tough one. 'Cause if I have to, I don't want to blink away, but that's always the, even as a short term, like don't die this turn, just blinking far enough away to not get attacked, give us time to do stuff. I'll feel real dumb if I die with 3 blink scrolls in my inventory. That's why I always put so much thought into how we want to handle these. It's very much a game of weighing out your consumable use and saving them for those situations where you really need it. So we could even throw like a boomerang of dispersal trying to blink this buddy. Man, if they hadn't gone the free hit in, and I had 1 turn of leeway to kind of work with. But as is, I'm very afraid. But you're confused. I'm going to Ozikup his armor. Okay. Between our extended armor and the fact that the Hydra was in the confused state, so our allies were distracting it, gave me the wee bit of courage. Maybe I should have taken a step back now that I think about it. Yeah, that was still stupid. But the Hydra's slow, so I'm going to try and take a step. Heck yeah. Ice Beast took care of the problem for me. Perfect. I mean, I wasn't even worried or anything. Of course not. But, you know, I had to build a sense of drama for the audience. And apparently the Death Yaks... Oh, never mind. Classic comedic timing. Say their name and they shall appear, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back. Okay, get a 3rd Ice Beast. I mean, Ice Beasts are kind of wrecking it. Jeez. Ouch. Don't try and fight a yak head to head. That's not what we're built for. 30 damage. Oof. But man, is it always tempting to just fight. Okay, bring in my summons. Yeah, keep filling the hallway with my summons. I'm running away in advance, but it's kind of tough because if you get too far away, if you lose sight on the enemies will get free hits on our friends. What are you doing here, Moccasin? You weren't supposed to be home yet. Crap. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Come on, Ice Beast. Hold the line. You can do it. Hold the line. Oh, you son of a gun. Actually, 1 yak making it through is kind of ideal. 30 damage max. Frig. Still 30 damage max, so curing potion. No matter what, I'm good. Very cool. Not too bad. Okay. Wee bit scary for sure. There's still 2 or 3 of the Death Yaks. I was kind of hoping to run into them there. It's ridiculous how often I find myself in near-death experiences. Fight and struggle my way through it, thinking every step along the way. And then I immediately will always just hit O. And be like, auto-swim me back. I want to fight. Take me back to the Yaks. Good evening. Hey, Cowboy Jim. How are you doing? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Again, we could forget the whole level and re-explore it from ground zero, but I was hoping to just run into these bad boys somewhere. Like, did they really go down one of the hallways? I do not want to run into Death Yaks while retreating from something scary. I think you might have killed them all. Oh, do you think the Ice Beast managed to take out some as we were running away? Because I know I left a few, and then I thought just the one that was injured, the only one I could recognize because they were injured when we started the fight. I thought just they followed us, but okay. Thanks for letting me know before I just drive everyone crazy by running around the map for who knows how long. But I'll totally just not worry about it too much. We should totally forget the floor and re-explore it if you were worried. Nah, not that worried. Dang it, I was hoping that moccasin would notice me and come walking this way so I didn't have to explore into any territory there, but ooh, dang it. I was really hoping to get into the nice thin corridor before anything happened. Holy crap. Okay, so we got put to sleep, well slowed by the torpor snail. Almost died in one turn from 74 health. That's sick. I guess not one turn, 4.5 turns, if we're being honest about it. Oh boy. Well, that makes things interesting. 13 damage. 25 damage. Yeah, it's looking like I just blink out of here. I think this is a time where we can't worry too much about the nonsense of trying to hold on to consumables until the very last moment. This is what they're for, right here. Ouch, damn. Their sleep is dangerous. Doesn't seem to use willpower. No, yeah, I think it completely ignores it and just always has a chance to work. And the more of them there are, the stronger and longer it lasts. Ah, I've never actually read that before. I don't know if I've ever opened this up. I've just assumed, like, oh yeah, they put you to sleep. It's part of life. It's what they do. Interesting. Okay. So blinking options are always kind of interesting too. We're still going to be in sight of enemies, which means they can always catch up to us. We're super slow. But if we can get far enough away, that's all I ask for. Especially since Ice Beasts should be able to take care of these fights for us. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Break those ramparts. I don't want to spend any turns. Let's see. Dream Sheep? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crap. Because crap, I do really want to finish this fight off. I don't want to use another scroll of blinking. That seems excessive. Let's maybe take one step. Don't put me to sleep. Okay, it's gonna put me to sleep if I do that again. Take a sip break here. Because instead, I think I may just get some health going. If I can survive at least like a turn after they get next to me, I'm assuming Ice Beasts that I summon will be able to take care of most of them. Do you have 5 heal wounds? We do. Yeah, we're looking in a pretty decent spot. I mean, part of that is because we haven't had to dip into them, but I'm thinking that is what I'm leaning towards here, just because if we get put to sleep, I need a nice base of health for sure. So I think it will be heal wounds, and then I'm going to throw out another Ice Beast, and there. Now it's just one Dream Sheep, Frozen Ramparts, 3 Ice Beasts around. No longer quite as scary of a scenario there. Okie dokie. So definitely an interesting one. Just got absolutely slammed in that one turn. But as long as we can survive one turn, this character is decently strong as I take a crap ton of damage to the face from a single Blink Frog. Ouch. I really need to get that slow effect on them. I think I was lulled into a false sense of security on the first couple of Blink Frog encounters because we had them slowed right off the bat in the fights. Usually thanks to our Ice Beast here, but we got a lot of misses there. And we're already getting into a rougher situation, but not quite as panicky as the one before. Let's even check that one more time, even though I just did twice. 20 damage. Okay, so never lethal. Still never lethal. Ice Beasts, are you doing anything? Kind of just stood around for that turn, which is concerning. Slightly concerning. I really wish I was next to a wall. That's what this needs. But lots of Wands of Ice Blast. Definitely right, and that will give that slow effect we were looking for. Guess we're not doing too bad in terms of location, so don't have to worry too much about noise. Can only hit one though. I really wish we had a 2-range spell. This is one of those situations, because I want to deal just a little bit more damage to these buddies. But no, I think we shall try it out. You can just give it a test run, see if we hear any noise, because after we make noise, we'll often see the enemies calling out from the distance, exclaiming their bewilderment. But looking all right here. Wait, this is a chance. Yes, break my armor. One step closer to the wall. Frogs are everywhere, though. Let's slam one of those wand blasts down. Not too shabby. I don't like being next to 2 of them, but we're still above 40 health now, so not lethal. And I'll in fact give myself back our icy armor. And now I think we've settled into a bit more of a holding pattern here. Let's go, my pretties. Dang it. Stop blinking out of here, you son of a... Stop. There we go. Blink frog down. Get wrecked. Oh. It's so weird how you can, just because of the dice roll nature of this whole thing. I'll finish my thought before I process what just happened to us here. But you can find yourself in so many fights where, yeah, you're breezing through them and you're not thinking about it. I killed off like 6 blink frogs in Lair 1, no problem. And then all of a sudden there just, crashes, craters downhill in rapid fashion. Kind of scary for sure. But now, back in the present, fall into a shaft and drop 3 floors. So we're going to be down to the very bottom of Lair here. And there's also a timed portal. So that's fun. Super fun for the whole family. Now, contrary to... I don't know how popular it is in general. Again, it's... Never know if it's a vocal minority in places like the DCSS subreddit for how people feel about shafts. Because I don't mind them at all. I like to tease about how unfortunate they are, but at the end of the day, it's some excitement. It gets the blood quickened going, you know? That's kind of why we're here, to play this game in the first place. That's why we play these permadeath, hard, difficult games. Not a great portal for you. I would definitely not take any risk trying to get to it. Yeah, right? In the previous runs here, I've been pushing a lot of boundaries, but Layer 6 is not somewhere I plan to be right now. So, distant melting archway. And of course, yeah, not only is it dangerous here, but also the fact that it's the ice caves does mean a lot of the stuff in there we will have no ability to damage, which is a bit rough for sure. Puts a bit of a damper on those kinds of plans. Okay, this is not too shabby. Torpor snail again, but damn. I thought I was in a better place for ramparts than this. I thought I'd hit some of the other walls, but now looking at it again, it's very obvious that I'm not even nearly close enough to those walls. But army, go, help me with the torpor snail. Much better without the dream sheet also involved. Still no stairs going up, which is super cool. Very sweet. Sick. But that's why we love our ice beasts. They will take care of that problem for us. Oh my gosh. Artifact spear. Very tempting. It's so funny. There's always that one event that finally triggers after a long time. Like, oh right, skills are a thing in this game. I should look at my skills screen because it's been a long time since I looked here. And we should definitely have put at least a bit of thought into maybe switching things up. Don't have to do any weapon training yet. No huge rush there. We still aren't getting through our whole mana pool, like in most fights at the very least. But it might be tempting to turn back on our ice magic, get things a bit stronger, may turn our dodging back on, get a bit stronger. Probably turn off spellcasting at this point, right? Yeah, it's kind of 12 is usually where I put my random arbitrary limit because I have a similar level for fighting as well, fighting and spellcasting. But at this point, it's not getting us anything. I have good total mana. We don't need any more spell levels because we're not learning any of this stuff, even though I got the Conjurations book, or do I just have Fulminant Prison? No, I got, yeah, Syrian Rays in there too. I might dip into Conjurations. If we're not gonna be given any other options here, that might be our go-to. Fulminant Prison. It's definitely pretty powerful, even though I'm not great at using it. Still learning, for sure. Don't play enough Conjurers. Usually just the full elementalist build. But anyway, you know what? No, here's what we're gonna do. Oh gosh. Oh no, stop. I hate when you accidentally mispress one key and then you go with your like series of hotkeys. It's always a danger that I'm gonna press something really regretful before I get to the point of noticing that my first one messed up. But what I wanted to do was turn spellcasting to 10. Let's get that to a nice round number, shall we? And then maybe just turn back on dodging. No, I should put fighting up. Maybe not focused, but I'm gonna try and bring my health up just a wee bit in the background here. Especially since we might be turning into more and more of a hybrid fighter as the run goes on here and our stats get better and better. I guess our stats won't get any better. They're at their max now. Ignore me completely, I guess. Okay, let's try and find some dang old stairs. I would like that sphere. Don't get me wrong, it could be incredible, but I'm scared. There's our gateway. So I hate that it's available to us. Let's see what we run into. See, if it's this frozen gate, then we're totally good. Oh, holy. Okay, I almost kept tabbing. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, no, no. Ice Dragon. Cool. Very cool. So I'm gonna summon Ice Beasts. Oh, definitely break the ramparts. Not a doubt. Oh, crap. Teleport Scroll. Let's do it. Sick. Even better. Just right into an O Club. Let's see. 55. You have your Acid Spit. I'm at least a nice distance away. Oh, but not from these buddies. Okay. Wait out our mana. Perfect. Switch the Ring of Protect Cold to resist corrosion. And the Ice Beast should shred this thing. Okay, that's what I remembered. Ice Beast being pretty good against dogwood plants in general. Ooh, Rhyme Drake, bit of a pain here. Anything that's resistant to our damage output, but hopefully many Ice Beasts solve us there. Encased in ice, while I encase myself in ice with my Ozuku's armor. How would you like that? Dang old rhyme. Oh, son of a gun. How dare they use our own tricks against us. But okay. Definitely not interested in that Ice Caves portal anymore. In fact, back on that hardcore hunt for the stairwell at this point. All we want in life is a stairwell. And this helmet. Not too shabby. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy looking helmet. I want to pull up my character's avatar bigger. We're getting quite the fashion lineup this play session for whatever reason. Oh my gosh. Keep expecting everyone to wake up when I, turn all the walls into ice suddenly. It seems like it would be a loud event. Apparently not. Also, still no stairs at this point. Starts to become very suspicious. We've got to be dealing with like a triple stairway in the same place. Kind of. Oh, never mind. I lied. Oh, we never would have found this because I was too scared of the axe. I have to risk going up It's scary. Crap. It's so scary. How much do you guys do? 30 each? Probably gonna have to blow more resources than I'd like. Don't put me into anything scary. Perfect. Start teleporting. Crap. Teleport a few steps away. Okay, do you know what? Oh, good thing they didn't follow my ice beast back to me. Huh. God abilities. Definitely, yeah, could have thrown in Step from Time, Slouch, lots of good options there. But fortunately, panic mode hit us and went for the blink. But okay, we're back up. Layer 3. Woohoo! Where I'm meant to be in life. And what might have been a scary monster if we'd found this originally on Layer 3 after defeating 4 of your brothers on Layer 6. I feel nothing. Ooh, electric eels. I think... Do my buddies win this fight? My buddies do not win this fight. Oh, maybe? I thought that they did. But... It's kind of nice. Again, this is almost like the early game worms, where these eels are giving us a cool little benchmark opportunity, where we can see how strong we are, knowing that at any time we can just take a quick step to the left and they can't follow us, which is pretty schwanky. Okay, ice beasts, go. I don't think this is going to go any better. Unfortunately, I also threw away my resist electricity executioner's axe because I'm a fool. Let's maybe even look that up, shall we? It's just on layer 1. Come on, don't walk that direction to get there, character. So stupid. Okay, let's try that one more time. Executioner's axe. Sick. Very cool. Buckler has to come off, unfortunately. But we should also take off the resist corrosion. I can also do a bit of general inventory management, because hitting that point again where it has been too long. Still haven't had to identify or remove curse scrolls this whole time, which is funny to me. Ooh, potions of brilliance. Not too shabby. But, you know, on second thought, in order to take out these electric eels, this could be an opportunity to, yeah, use a god ability in a controlled circumstance. Maybe get myself more in the mindset to be activating it more regularity here. With more regularity, I should say. So if Auto Explorer ever takes us back to that direction, which it should eventually here, we'll deal with that. 6-headed hydra ain't no thing after what we've been through in recent times. In fact, I think even with my ability to accidentally riposte into something dangerous here, gonna duke it out. Perfect. Summon in the army, send forth the army. Beautiful. And ooh, good time for a mark as we've cleared out most of the floor here. That we're definitely in no way completely safe and sound. Never mind, turns out the cane toad was the only thing that could walk that far. Awesome. Okay, give myself Arlek. If I'm summoning them, that's a lot of electric eels. Okay. That was a lot of actions to happen. So yeah, anytime we take a step forward, 2 full turns pass by. It's a lot of bolts. But here's a good opportunity to check out Slouch. I think it's gonna just destroy everything here. Sorry, Ice Pals. Collateral damage is expected. Killed everything there. Beautiful. So that's the power of Slouch in general. Let's switch back to our normal build now. Perfect. So yeah, pretty powerful to taking out large groups of enemies, especially ones that are that much faster than us. Pretty solid. And it's back to the normal grind for us. Feels so nice after the sheer panic of the Lair sections, or I guess still Lair sections, Lair 6 to be more specific. Fortunately got knocked out of both our ramparts and our icy armor there. We're in a bad spot too at the moment. 3 ice beasts over there. Do I want to throw in anything super fancy? But I'll do one more ramparts. We can at least no longer get pushed back further. I'm gonna see as well. I don't want to overuse this now that we've rediscovered it. But let's see how Slouch does. Okay. Not too bad. 25 each. That's theoretically lethal. Fantastic. Absolutely love to see it. But yeah, we're just going to be slouching. How much mana does it take? 5. Crap. Okay. Can take down this elephant quickly. I was hoping we could take out top elephant in one hit too. But we have magic regeneration on our side, so no, we're just gonna bring in a friend here. That should do it just fine. Magical regeneration summons can be kept up for quite a while, keeping an enemy busy. It's not too bad. But a couple uses of Slouch, we're still at max star piety, so not too bad in that regard. Probably get away with using that much more often than we have been. Definitely apt to forget about god abilities. Found another shaft. Only went down 1 floor this time though, which is absolutely lovely. Much preferred here. So let's head up the first stairs and replace our blink scroll. Full inventory as well. Carrying a lot of rings, none of which I'm ever switching to. Ring of Magical Power, I think I should just drop on the spot. Same with some of these, throwing things like stones. No longer need stones. That was very much an artifact of the first level of the dungeon, when you might run out of mana but want to deal some range damage at the same time. Fortunately, we're not an Earth Elementalist, so we don't have to waste an inventory slot on those for the rest of our existence. And it's looking alright. Shields are up to 10. I almost for sure can just switch up to the kite shield, right? I've been holding off for no reason. Looks like it. So let's pop that bad boy on. And right, should bring in my ice beasts first thing. Let's play it safe here, folks. Komodo dragons are always tough fights for sure. Hopefully this buddy... Oh, no, do not move. Perfect. In fact, that's much more preferable that I'm not in hitting distance of the Komodo dragon and just my beasts are. Very much preferred. And a herd of yaks. This is a good opportunity for some major slouch damage. So, took the risk of stepping in once there. Probably shouldn't have done that, they were all coming my way eventually, but I wanted to make sure we had full sight on all these bad boys. So we can try out a slouch or two. Okay, it's looking like I'm going to want an Icy Ramparts as well. Keeping an eye on my piety bar, because I want to know when we lose the pip. Okay, so that's a good idea of how many of these we can get away with tossing out in rapid fire succession here. Lose 1 of our attribute bonus marks, but do we lose anything else? We can still step from time. All that shenanigans. Okay. 1 more slouch, because it's so satisfying to take out the crowd. Yaks here. Absolutely lovely. And then if you'd step onto my... Sirs, if you'd step onto my ice, thank you. Thank you kindly. Very nice. Beautiful, and that's a huge amount of enemies burned through, which actually It does give us some PD on the back end as well, seeing as they're all quite a bit quicker than us. But yeah, the greater the difference is between our speed and that of our opponents, the better. I don't know if I've ever ran into Cato Plebis as a Che worshipper. I'm kind of scared, because if I take the wrong step here, I spend an extra turn there and might get petrified. Fascinating. I'm going to take a step back. Okay. Worked out alright so far. Cato Plebis. Cato Plebis. Yeah, I think that's right. Gonna be overthinking all of the names for the rest of the session here. But that is all good. It's the fun of language. How scared do I want to be? Oh, I should definitely just bring in more ice beasts, because my current ice beasts are getting petrified. But if I just bring in more, it solves the problem. But gonna have to slouch. Oh gosh, things got so much worse. So much worse. I almost don't want to kill the Cato Plebis, because it's nice that all the axe will walk through the calcifying dust and just get turned into stone for me. Use enemies to your advantage, but that's also risky, stupid behavior that will probably get me killed. So, instead, let's focus on just the Cato Plebis, shall we? I'm gonna read a fear scroll. All the yaks should leave. Oh, the Cato Plebis also got scared. Heck yeah, bud. What's the most damage I can do in one turn? Freezes at full power versus a +9 scimitar. I also don't want to burn too much time here, because things won't run away forever. Yeah, and there's the scary calcifying dust thing I was worried about. Gonna read a teleport scroll. That's what we're gonna do. Perfect. Okay. Oh, wait, and then let's zoom out. Where was that? So I don't immediately go running into the same fight. Doesn't look anywhere near us. It's down here, right? Perfect. Okie dokie, let's head to the stairs and rest up. Bit of a scary situation, no doubt about that. But we were pretty lucky with the Cato Plebis calcifying turns there, because yeah, I'm pretty sure they can use that breath every turn if they so desire to. So we were definitely running the risk of taking a step as they blew there, or they blew there to react to it, then they would have had another free turn to do whatever they want. Well, we just sat in the calcifying dust, but apparently got lucky enough that it didn't seem to be too much of an issue, fortunately. Oh gosh. Sentinel's mark is really not good. Fortunately, we can run away and let our ice beasts kind of distract and pull. In fact, let's bring in some more ice beasts. There's the Cato Plebis now. Crap, this was supposed to be my stairway. The one safe place in the world where I felt comfortable to be myself. One more step. Oh, do I head for the stairs? Or just read another tele scroll? When you worship Che, tele scrolls become exceptionally useful. Because teleporting is, in a way, moving at infinite speed. And yet, Che doesn't hate it. Ouch. Oh, you hurt more than I thought just goring me. 36. Okay. Close to lethal. Cool. Let's drink one curing. Nice. And then hopefully ice beasts take care of it. Come on. Yes. They've done it.